Boxes on the floor, names on the mailbox, crooked. Key on a ring, feels like a diamond took it. Oh, copper sky, orange and blue over trees. Elijah laughing, Janine with the spare set of keys. Hey, it's on rent to own dream, little house on a wall.
So hello and welcome to another real rent-to-own testimonial. My name is Dan DeSalvo with EstateMatchUSA, and I'm joined by my partner and founder of EstateMatchUSA, Eric Aubrey. And we help people move into rent-to-own homes nationwide, and our mission is to provide good, hardworking people with a real path to home ownership. So today we got a really, really special one in store for you guys. And I believe a lot of people out there are going to be super inspired by what is shared. So to kick it off, can you guys share your names and where you're from?
I'm Janine. I'm from Florida, Ocala, Florida.
I'm Elijah. I'm also from Ocala, Florida.
Thank you. And what do you do? What do you two both do for your occupations currently?
Well, I am currently a cable guy. I'm a technician for Dish.
And then I do social media.
Awesome. Excellent. Eric, you want to take the next one?
Definitely. It kind of leads off of the last one. It was, what is your occupation currently? So I guess on social media, what do you do on social media? Like specifically, maybe we can shout you out, get you guys some followers, some more followers.
I go live and I do like live battles and stuff.
Awesome.
And I make all the money.
And then what's your at so people can follow you?
It's at Janine Elaine.
Awesome. And then the specifics, what are the specifics of your work that you do, Elijah? Like specifically.
Very specifically, on a day-to-day basis, I go out and help people who are having problems with their satellite TV or installing new accounts. Pretty much, if you live in Central Florida and you use Dish Network, you've probably seen my face.
Okay, perfect. That makes sense. And then, so how has renting been, and what has your experience been like?
Oh, can I answer this? Oh, Lord. Okay, so in this current political climate in 2026, it's been very hard to find long-standing lease agreements. Employers, I think there was a new law went into place 2024. Yeah, it's not a law. It's more like a renter's requirement. Okay, yeah. So these days, people are needing you to make 3 times the rent to even. Yeah, we do. But these days, people are needing you to make 3 times the rent just to get an application. They won't speak with you. They won't take your number until you pay that application fee. And the longest lease we were able to find outside of EstateMatchUSA was 11 months. It's very hard, especially when you have a family, a young family. You know, you're looking for somewhere to settle down. It's just not the climate for young families. It's really hard.
Yeah, and that's the thing that made you guys so much better, because you guys actually talked to us before we even put in an application. Most people won't even really talk to you. They're like, send you the link for an application, fill this out, and then we'll maybe talk to you if you get approved.
Yeah. You know, with a lot of the companies or even owners that we've been dealing with, we felt like kind of one fish in a fish tank. With you guys, we really felt like we were being heard, like we were being listened to, like the owners wanted to get to know us. It felt like this was a special process.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. 11 months is not even 12 months. 11 months.
Yeah, our apartment that we just moved out of, they did 11 months. Like, they would say we signed a year lease, but our lease would end a month before we moved in. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, you touched on a couple things there, but leading off of that, next question is how would you describe our communication and service throughout the process? And how did it compare to other landlords or management companies you may have been in contact with or dealt with?
You want to go? Or?
Yeah, I think leading off what we had said before, like you guys are just very communicative, you reach out, you're quick with it. Like I think the whole process took
3
days.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like 2 days.
a couple of days.
Yeah.
And that included getting approved and signing all the paperwork. Like it was very simple, very easy. You guys made it a literal breeze.
And when we had questions, there were answers right
Yeah.
there. And if you couldn't get us the answer, you got back to us with those answers.
Yeah.
Again, it just felt like a real human process. You know, it didn't feel like I was just throwing my money out and waiting for somebody to come back. You know, before we even gave you guys a dime, you were already talking to us about who we are as people and not, you know, what kind of credit score we have or what kind of income we have. So that putting that at the front definitely made us feel at ease throughout this process.
Yeah, for sure.
We're so happy to hear that. And yeah, we just believe in putting people first and being different than the majority of these other companies out there. Because we've also made some calls just from like market research, calling some of these property management companies as if we were inquiring about a rental. And I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
this is a headache.
Takes them 2 weeks to get back to you. You already gave them your money, and then you get a call from a secretary in Ohio. They don't know your name. They just want to know how much money you make and what your credit score is. And if you don't meet their requirements, the call's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also to touch on one note, and then Eric can pick up on the next question here. The whole process, just for anyone tuning into this, the whole process took, I think it was only 5 business days in total. I think we first spoke on a Monday, not too long ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. We first talked.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry. I swear I think it was like 3 days actually from when we first spoke to.
Well, I don't know when we signed the paperwork.
Oh, true. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. I would say though, working with you guys was definitely one of the most expedited processes we've been able to do. And we always say that we're able to move and work as quickly as our tenant buyers want to move. And you guys were clearly in a situation where you wanted to, you know, act on the opportunity. And I think we first talked on like a Monday, and then, you know, you saw it on a Tuesday, got applications in Thursday or Wednesday, had you approved. We did what we needed to do, signed the paperwork the next day, and funds were received Friday, and I gave you confirmation. So whether it was 3 days or it was 5 days, it was fast. And that's just, you know, a shout out to both parties here. You guys recognize the value and importance of the opportunity, and we recognize your viewpoint of this is going to mean a lot to our family. So we're going to honor that timeline and move accordingly to give you guys that fair shot at it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for that.
Yes.
Definitely. And what inspired you guys to want to do a lease option specifically over just a traditional rental?
We want to do this option because we wanted to buy a house, but we're not in the position to buy right now. Like everybody was telling us, wait another 6 months to a year before you buy. So I didn't want to sign another lease, and then because we have 2 littles, so we didn't want to sign another lease and then repack our whole house and move the kids again in a year. So it's like this option, we could stay in the same house, like our kids could stay in the same house, everything is already set up, and we won't have to move again. Like that was very important to us as well.
Yeah. Not even just that. Are we allowed to talk about the rent-to-own agreement?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Talk about anything.
Okay, it was beautiful to me. It was like finding a pot of gold in the middle of the forest. Like Janine said, we have 2 young kids, and you know, explaining to a 3-year-old that the house that he has all his memories in, will no longer be staying there. We'll be going to somewhere else, and then for a year later to say, hey, we're gonna go somewhere else, and you're gonna have to make some new friends, find a new favorite park. It's a very stressful process. And you guys were able, after talking to you guys, you were able to see what kind of situation we were in and help us get to the place where we can give our family a little bit more stability for a longer period of time. Not even just that. It's pretty much impossible for, I'm not even going to say just people our age, but for almost anyone to become a homeowner in today's climate. So that was a huge opportunity that we definitely did not want to squander, and we thank you guys for it.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for sharing on that. I got to admit, I got 2 young kids as well. And when you were sharing that about your kids and, about making all these memories in this house or where you're staying, and then you got to move to a new spot, like I got the chills thinking about that, because I could definitely relate. And, you mentioned it's a hard climate for people to become homeowners in, not even mention regarding like your age. You mind sharing how old you both are?
Oh, yeah.
20.
I'm also 20 years old.
20-year-olds taking advantage of this opportunity. And if there's one thing that Eric and we're excited about a lot of stuff with you guys and being able to give you this opportunity. But the fact that we just think about, like, fast forward 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you guys are going to be homeowners at 23, 24, 25 years old.
Yeah.
And that's like you said, man, it's
Huge
like
it's a blessing.
Pot of gold in a forest or something.
Seriously, we definitely appreciate the opportunity. Seriously.
And that's another thing too, like our age, nobody was really taking us seriously. Like, people do not take young people serious.
Yeah.
And you guys really took us serious. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like we are young, yes, but I don't know. Nobody was taking us seriously, and y'all just took us serious off the bat.
You're completely right. That's something I completely neglected. You guys treated us like humans. You treated us like capable adults. And even during the during negotiations for the contract, you were like, "Hey, we want this to work out the best for you guys. If you need however much time you need for this to work, or however much capital you need for this to work, let's find a way to make this work." And it wasn't just like we dealt with so many other companies, come back in a year, come back 2 years, come back when you have more money, come back when you have this, come back when you have that. It's almost like they just wanted us to age up a bit.
Very strict. Like, you have to fit into their mold, but you guys like really work with people.
Yeah, very fluid, very comfortable process.
Thank you. Yeah, whether someone's 18 years old or someone's 65, 70 years old plus, like we've worked with people all across the map, age, demographics, and we just truly believe that, if you're a good, hardworking, responsible person and you're serious about the opportunity, it's worth giving that person a shot at home ownership. And it's not like we just said, all right, you guys are ready to go in like one day. It's like there was a process of, like you said, communicating with each other, making sure you guys are a good fit for the opportunity, and you showed that you were, and you deserve a shot at it.
And
Thank you.
Yeah. And the next question is, how did you initially come across this home and this opportunity and us?
I'll let you.
I came across it on Facebook, I believe. Facebook was my last resort. I was on Google for so long, like months,
Zillow.
looking, like every other app looking, and I was on Facebook just looking to see like private homeowners, rent-to-owns, and I came across you guys. It's so hard to find rent-to-owns, especially in my area. There's basically little to none, and I saw, I'm sorry, I forgot. I saw his post and I was like, yes, I have to like jump on this. So I messaged him, and from there it was literally super easy. But yeah, I think we still have applications that we paid for that we haven't even heard back from the company. So,
wow,
which we're not too much worried about at this point, but it just goes to show the difference between you know, I just want to, I really want to say that you guys, this process has given me faith in like the real estate the real estate market. Like you guys treat us like humans. It's so, I mean, even I'm a first generation immigrant. Both my parents came straight off a boat. Um, and I don't, to this day, my mom has never owned a house. My father has never owned a house. And I've watched my mom struggle, you know, sit with pieces of paper in front of her on the phone for 4 or 5 hours at a time, just trying to find someone who would give her the time of day. And it's almost like in this kind of business, it's not okay to be a human. It's not okay to give somebody a chance. It's not okay to talk to somebody and see if, you know, if this could work outside of all the requirements and formalities. But you guys really took all of the robotics, all of the formality out of the process, and it was really just, it felt like human to human communication. That was the best part about it, for sure.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense. That makes a lot of sense. And how long ago do you think you filled out that other application? Like, was that weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Like,
Weeks.
Yeah, weeks ago. I
Weeks.
couldn't even tell you. Weeks ago. Definitely before I started talking to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So,
wow. And they
We got
still haven't
some.
got back to you guys yet.
yeah.
Wow. At least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Night and day difference.
Yeah.
So would you guys say that do you guys feel like the price and the terms were fair after reviewing them?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was fair.
You guys, yeah, we couldn't. I texted you one time, like, I don't think we're going to be able to do this at the moment.
Yeah.
And you texted me back, I think maybe the next day or same day, and was like, here's a deal. Like, we can work with you guys. We could do this. Like, you guys were so accommodating and just worked with them. It was great.
Yep. At first, we thought it was another opportunity we missed. But you said, hey, if you can do this, we can do this.
Yeah.
And we said, we'll get there. By any means, we'll do it. And we did it. You honored your word. You altered your agreement for us. It was a very human experience. It felt like we were dealing with humans and not a corporation. It was great. It was great. I don't know. Are we allowed to talk numbers? Like we can do that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess we could. We can.
I'm just saying. No.
I don't know.
You
don't have to, but you can.
The down payment for the agreement. You guys cut it in half for us, just for us to be able to afford this opportunity.
Yeah.
And that was a very human thing to do. Like that was very
Definitely.
personal. Like you didn't. Mr. DeSalvo did not have to do that at all. So we appreciate that, just on a person-to-person level.
Yeah, definitely. Because we really want to see people succeed more than anything. And we just wanted to show that it's not about the money. It's about actually helping people to build a bridge to home ownership, essentially, to help you guys out and put you guys in a really good situation, regardless of the financial situation not being exactly where we initially have liked it to be in the beginning, but still just seeing through that and understanding that, you know, we can extend a hand out and help you guys regardless of that. So, and you guys deserve it. You guys have a beautiful family. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And for the record, that was Eric's idea to
oh wow.
gotta say
Yeah.
that.
Yes, definitely.
So our next question here, this is always one of our favorites to ask because it's always going to come up. Did you ever think at any one point this was a scam? Why or why not?
I thought for like a second. I didn't really. Well, it's like talking to you guys. We talked to you guys straight off the bat before we started any application. So it's like talking to you guys. You guys pretty much reassured us off the bat. But then I was talking to my mom, and my mom started filling my head like, oh, these people are trying to scam you. Like, there's no way this is real. Like, she just didn't believe that something like this could really, and that it was happening so quick. Like, it was happening really quick. So she was like, do not give them your money. But then you guys got on the phone, like, you guys even talked to my mom. You were like, reassured her, answered all her questions, and after that, it was just like a smooth ride. Like, you guys definitely reassured us whenever we were doubting. And yeah, very smooth, easy process.
Yeah, no,
We didn't even send any money until after we signed the
yeah,
contract.
we didn't
So
even give you guys the application fee until after we spoke,
Yeah.
after you spoke
Mhm.
to her. And you had already given us the option to come see the house.
Mhm.
So I was like, I mean, we went and saw the house the first day we spoke to you guys before giving you a single dime. So that pretty much cleared any doubt I might have had in my mind.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that's an
Definitely.
amazing business practice. Thank you. Like that, you guys are amazing, truly.
Of course. And
Appreciate that.
to like comment on something you said there, you were saying it almost as if the part about how we let you see the house first and all this, it almost, you almost made it seem like, and I want to like dissect this a bit, you almost made it seem like that's not a common thing nowadays. It's like you need to set the application fee before you do anything, even if it's with a legitimate, you know, some other management company or some landlord. That honestly baffles Eric and I, because we believe in, why not get on the phone with someone first, talk with them, ensure they're, you know, comfortable, especially the way we do things, how we are completely remote.
Yeah. I'd like to add, even being completely remote, like we were in a sort of position to where we didn't have many options. Well, there were, of course, other things we could have done with our money, you know, maybe rent another apartment, find another year lease agreement. But as you see, that's not what we wanted to do. But if it were someone who had multiple options as to whether to lease, whether to rent, whether to own, it would 100% be a lot more beneficial to talk to the person before giving a single dime out. The fact that you guys were able, we were able to ask you all our questions, reiterate our questions. You were able to reiterate your answers. You were able to talk to our loved ones who had the doubt. You were able to show us the property and let us get inside of it before we ever opened our wallets for you a single time. If we were in a position to where we had options or we had another property maybe we were looking at, I think that business model definitely swayed us towards you guys.
Yeah. It definitely stood you guys out for sure, because most companies, like we said, they won't even give you, they'll give you max 5 words, fill out this application fee. And then like they really don't talk to us before we fill out an application and they see if we're qualified. That's when, like, if we're qualified, then they'll reach out, but they don't really speak to you at all. It's not even qualified.
Yeah, not even that. You're not even talking to the homeowner. You're talking to a secretary who has never once seen the property, doesn't know its upkeep, doesn't know its current value estimate, doesn't know if it's gas or if it has electricity, or you know, it's just not a very personable process. While we were signing paperwork, I saw a name on the contract. As the house owner, I was like, hey man, this is our landlord. Can't wait to meet this guy. And it was the guy that we had been on the phone with the entire time, you know. So I have my landlord's phone number in my cell phone, in her cell phone. It's just such a great feeling to be able to contact you guys if or when anything were to arise. And that's just something you wouldn't get from a local you know, home management company.
Yeah.
At all.
Man, yeah. Thank you guys for sharing that. You're really elaborating on stuff like extremely well. We were going to ask a couple other questions kind of in with that, but you kind of touched on it. But we'll give you the opportunity to share a little bit more. We were going to ask, like, were there any family members that or relatives who had concerns about us or the program when you may have shared it with them? And what did we do to ensure that everybody felt comfortable moving forward? Were there any other things you wanted to touch on with that?
No, just because y'all made it so simple. Like I said, my mom had doubts.
Said, hey, let me talk to your mom.
Yeah, like right away. I texted you guys, and I think Eric texted me right back or something, and we got on the phone, and I added my mom, and it was literally like as soon as I had the doubt, you guys put it at ease. Like,
and it wasn't just take our word for it. You gave us links to go look at other testimonies. You showed us your portfolio for other houses you had sold in our area. You even gave us references for homeowners that you guys created that we can go and talk to. It was a I don't even know how to describe it. It was just it made sense. It made sense.
Yeah,
definitely.
Touching on one quick thing there. You Were there any particular pieces of content on our social media that was informative or helped you feel comfortable with the process? Like anything in specific you may have seen?
I saw when I was scrolling on your YouTube looking for the testimonials to watch, I saw a bunch of how not to get scam videos, and I was like, oh, okay, like I don't think these guys would be scamming if they're teaching us
Not to get
how to
scammed.
not, yeah, like I don't think you would give us all the ways and things to look out for and then sit here and scam us.
And not
Yeah.
just that, you guys had a complete walkthrough of the property before we saw it. I mean, keep in mind, from first speaking with you guys to getting in to see the house in person, I didn't even have the time to look on YouTube, because it was pretty much the same day. But the fact that you had a full walkthrough of the property, outside and inside, all the rooms, all the nooks and crannies, that's another thing that a lot of companies just don't provide. I mean, you can find them; it's not unheard of, but it's
Mhm.
just a premier service, especially for you guys to be based all the way across the country.
Yeah.
Mhm. So the virtual tour made a big difference for you, seeing the
Huge,
virtual tour?
Way better than like the regular pictures,
Yeah.
like Zillow.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I mean, and before that, we hadn't gotten the address yet, so
Mhm.
that was the only way to basically see the property. But it was beautiful. That tour was beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And what would you say on a deeper level? What is at the core of your decision making?
The core.
Like
Honestly,
at the core.
um, honestly, I'd say comfortability.
Mhm.
It really comes down to, is I, I don't want to put my family in a position to break us,
Yeah.
If you, like we told you guys, the most we were able to put down at the start of the
Yeah.
process.
Sure.
And if you had responded and said, hey, we need about this times 1.5 or 1.75,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
it just wouldn't have worked, or it would have,
Mhm.
it would, and it wouldn't, we may have been able to come up with the money, but it
Mhm.
wouldn't have put us in a comfortable position.
Yeah.
So when you responded and say, "Hey, you said this is what you have, we can take this," it was like, okay, great. They're willing to work with us. They're willing to make sure that we're still comfortable. They're not trying to break our wallets.
Mhm.
Um, and on top of that, when we're just talking about comfortability, the space
Mhm.
of the property, the speed at which you guys communicate, anytime there was a doubt or question that we had,
Mhm.
you guys were very quick and very thorough with answering those. So even not just from a financial standpoint, from an emotional or mental standpoint,
Mhm.
you guys kept us comfortable throughout the entire process, through the average leasing or home uh, inspecting process. There's just so much uncertainty.
Mhm.
um the only thing that really makes looking for a house fun or something that people like to do is the houses. Oh
Mhm.
my god, I just found this beautiful house, but the management company, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want
Mhm.
that. Or oh
Yeah.
my god, I just found this, I've been wanting a lakefront property for so long, but the management company, or but the owner, he says I can't have my dog. You guys were just very human. That was the biggest thing. We were
Mhm.
comfortable. Anytime we had some sort of concern, it was addressed and it was reiterated. So that was the biggest thing. Or any decision, that's the biggest thing we look for in any decision, is can we be comfortable working with these people? Can we be comfortable spending this amount of money? Can we be comfortable living in this space, living in this area? And you guys made it as comfortable a process as we could ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. Thank
Man,
you.
thanks.
Our next question is, do you feel like opportunities like this are rare?
Yes.
Yeah, I ultra rare.
I think y'all are like 1 in a million,
Yeah,
to be honest.
at least 1 in 100, because we definitely tried at least 100 companies. We definitely try to get some honeycomb.
Just like I can
So
verify that at least.
yeah, I can personally verify that. But no, I think you guys are rare. You guys are rare, and it honestly makes me sad because they're like you guys are the ones who pretty much said your mission statement, like, hey, we want to give people who can afford it but don't have the credit, or people who just aren't in the best position credit wise or through the normal means that people vet for these house buying processes. It just made me think like I have 7 siblings. And like I said, my mom and dad never owned a home. It makes me think about them. Like, hey, if they can get the right job, or if they can get their stuff together, there's somebody that I know that is willing to work with them, be a human, and help them get into a home, because that's my mom's goal for all of us.
Yeah, I've already referred y'all to all my friends.
Yeah. And
Thank
obviously,
you.
we know we don't want to dilute your business practice. Definitely, we won't be sending anybody your way willy nilly. But it just to speak to how rare this opportunity was. I just had to share it with my brothers and sisters. It's insane. I'm like the second youngest out of my family. I have my oldest sister. I think she is 36 or 37. There's a lot of us. Sorry, she's like 36, and she's still at the point where she's never owned a home. I don't even think she's gotten to rent a home. Not, I think she's been just in apartments since she was
Wow.
about 18. And that just the meeting somebody like you guys makes it a complete game changer.
Yeah.
She actually has a really good job, but she made a lot of mistakes early on. Her credit has been ruined, and I've actually been talking to her. She's doing a credit repair once she gets
Mhm.
well, honestly, she's really just waiting on stability from her job. But once she gets that, I know for a fact you guys should be able to help her. And that's just a beautiful thing. It's like a light at the end of the tunnel instead of just roaming through the dark, hoping to find the light switch.
Yeah.
So you guys really present an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing with family and friends. We
Oh, yeah.
appreciate
Sure.
And what would you guys say to someone looking at this opportunity that has the capability to do it and they want to, but they're unsure and on the fence?
I would say this is the best you're gonna get. So go for it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the simplest and easy. Like, it didn't even feel like we got this
Yeah.
house for real. Like, I felt like I was just talking to somebody I knew, and then I signed some paperwork,
Mhm.
and now we're in this house. Like, a process was so easy. Like, I don't think you're gonna find easier anywhere else. So I would say to definitely jump on it. Like, if you're thinking about it, do it for sure.
Yeah. I would say if you can't see the value in this immediately,
Mhm.
go and waste another $2,000 and go put in another 20 applications. Wait till you hear back from all those applications, and then come back to Eric and Mr. DeSalvo and see how fast they can get you in a house.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were on the fence about this, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but if you were able to do something like this, I'd say in the next 10 years, by 2036, I think it'll be pretty much impossible for anyone, not even just regular working class people, anyone to become homeowners. So I definitely think this is something that you'd be an idiot to pass up on.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree 100 million% with you, by the way. I love that you answered that question 100% honest, because me and Dan, we feel the same way too. We just like to know what other people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a great business model, just person to person. Beautiful business model. The fact that it allows you to be a human and still be very professional and take care of business. The fact that you guys don't rent out properties that you're upside down equity on, or the fact that you're transparent about not wanting to get the sour end of the deal. Like, hey, we were able to cut your down payment in half, but in return, we're going to cut the equity gain in half, and that's fair. That makes me
Mhm.
feel okay. He's looking. This is what he's getting out of this. They
Mhm.
have something to gain from this. They're not
Yeah.
just helping me and keeping it oblivious like they had. Like, you guys are transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a really big thing. Like, it made sense. Everything else kind of falls into place once you think about how you guys are benefiting and how we're benefiting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all about teamwork and about
Yeah.
Yes.
that.
Exactly.
What is an overlooked aspect of our rent to own program that you think people should know more about?
Oh,
I think it's the fact that all the other rent to owns, you have to wait at least a year. Like your contract, you can buy the house at any point. Like if right now today I'm ready to buy this house, I could buy it. And we just got in this house like last week. So it's like, yeah, that part is crazy.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
mhm.
But and the fact that honestly you guys give a portion of the rent to like towards the purchase price of the home.
You'll
But some
build
people will give
equity.
none. Some people will give none, and then
Some people, we've talked to companies that wanted the renter. I mean, when looking for rent to own, they wanted the down payment, but they were just going to pocket that, and any rent we paid before buying the home or starting that process would just go to them to their pockets. You know, it's like renting until you're ready to buy. And you guys allowed us to build equity.
yeah, this is a truly like rent to own opportunity out of like a bunch of weird rent to own
Yeah, when you
opportunities.
hear
Weird is like I don't know what word to use, but it's like it just seems
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
down to the point.
Maybe we're just young, but when I hear rent to own, I'm thinking, okay, I'll give you rent every month. Maybe or small portion of that to go to the equity, and when I have the rest of the down payment, I give you that, and we transfer the mortgage, or maybe we just get our own mortgage, whatever the case. But it was quite the opposite until we found you guys.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an aspect that gets overlooked. The fact that not only can we start the purchase process whenever we're ready, but we're also building some equity on the home while renting, and that I want to say when I research rental agreements, that's said to be standard, but when talking to owners, like not companies, people who want to rent out their homes or rent out the homes with the potential to buy, they're not interested in giving you any equity on their home.
Yeah.
And it just makes that makes sense because of the climate, the economic climate we're in. You know, nobody wants to lose a penny anywhere. But it's still regardless, we're unable to build equity on anything we rent besides this opportunity.
Thank you so much for shedding some light on other rent to owns that you've come across. Some of those things Eric and I haven't heard many times before, or it's the first time for us hearing some of that. Thanks for shedding some light on that. And I want to ask one other quick question from something you said here, little off script, but for anyone out there looking at our rent to own program where they may be feeling sour or feeling a certain way that they think more of their monthly rent should go towards their like equity or the purchase price, but you guys are saying, hey, at least something does. What would you say to those other people out there?
I would say this is the best deal you're gonna get.
I would say just take a step back, swallow your pride for a second, take a deep breath, and really look at the opportunity Eric's given you in comparison to the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because we are young, but we are not dumb. We do our research. If you at least if you live anywhere close to where I live, there is no equity. If you are doing a rent to own, you're not getting equity while you're still renting until you start that buying process, until that homeowner or that estate company gets their down payment for the home buying process. You're not getting equity. So if you want equity, or if you feel like the amount of equity you're building isn't enough, it's pretty much either that or nothing. So apples and oranges. Apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Eric coined this term, stair payments versus air payments. At least with this, you're stair stepping your way, a little bit instead of just renting. It's you just throw your money up in the air. It goes towards nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's exactly how we felt
Yeah.
renting before. Even in an apartment, it's just like, geez.
Yeah, that's another reason why we didn't want to rent again. It literally feels like throwing your money in the trash or something.
Yeah.
I mean, and you
Mhm.
guys, I don't know if I'm allowed to release terms of the contract, but you guys gave us full control over the house. I've
Mhm.
already got TVs. If we wanted to paint it, that's good. We're gonna put a
Mhm.
fence up. I'm gonna plant a garden. And it's just normal, even excluding rent to own, uh,
Mhm.
normal rent agreements don't allow you to do anything like that.
Yeah, our last apartment, we couldn't paint the walls, we couldn't hang anything.
And they use the
Wow.
cheapest paint, everything smeared off,
Yeah.
and we weren't allowed to fix it.
And we've been in this house a week, and we are like a week and a half, and we haven't realized anything. Like, I don't feel like we got scammed in any way, shape, or
No.
form. Like, I'm looking around this room like, dang, is there anything? But there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with this house.
The ice machine in in the freezer scared me one night. I didn't know it was gonna be going at night. But that's about it. Besides that, I think I accidentally pulled one of the ceiling fan strings too hard,
Mhm.
and it won't go back in. But that's about that's about it. That's about it.
But that's our undoing. Like,
Yeah.
everything else is
It's
perfect.
great.
Like,
It's great.
you didn't give us a house with one sink working and not.
Yeah, all our electrical
Mhm.
outlets work. We tone them all. When I think one of our outlets got overloaded in the kitchen and the breaker shut that whole wall off, went to the breaker, turned it off, turned it back on, everything worked.
Yeah.
The spigot is clean. I don't notice any rust on the garage door. I mean, this place was maintained.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
we make it a super easy approval process as far as things you want to do to the property, things you want to do to the house. Super seamless for things like that because we believe it's going to be your future home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do too. Trust me, you'll be getting that call in about a year.
There you go. So next one here. What was your deeper purpose behind wanting to do a rent to own in this location specifically?
Honestly, well, we wanted to stay in this city just because this is where our family's at. This is where we've been since we were little kids. So, and we're only 20. So moving out of state, we didn't want to do that yet because we're scared.
Mhm.
But so we really just jumped on any opportunity we saw here, and it was you guys that I kept seeing on Facebook. Like, you guys were the one opportunity it felt like here that wasn't ridiculous, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, so just wanting to stay in our hometown, to be honest. And we still honestly moved. Like, this whole area is new to us. You live in Marion Oaks now compared to
Central.
downtown Ocala. And it is a lot different, but it's still like we're still able to be close to our families. We're still able to do all that. So that was very important to us.
Yeah, you don't grow up in Ocala without knowing about Marion Oaks.
Yeah.
We're still pretty much home. As far as
Mhm.
deeper meanings, for me, I don't know if Janine gave you enough of an answer, but Janine can attest to this. Since 13 years old, I told her my goal was to generate passive income through real estate. So buying this house is the first step to
Mhm.
starting a tycoon, and it's gonna how do I say this? It's great that we were able to start in a place to where not only if things go really well,
Mhm.
we'll have our start at home, but if things go really bad, we have a home that's in our hometown to fall back on. I plan on being much like the people on the other side of the screen, buying homes and selling them, renting them across the country. So the fact that if things don't work out like I envision them, which I sincerely doubt, we'll be able to fall back on this property and just come back home.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then so you guys have been together since you were 13?
Yeah. Well, we met at 11, got together then.
It was like stupid middle school. Like,
Of course, you guys are super young, of course.
yeah, like but yeah, it
Got
was
together
8th
at
grade
13.
and then 9th grade. ninth grade, I want to say we actually like took it serious,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was like, "Y'all are crazy."
Y'all are gonna last.
Now we're here, and yeah, it's
Man,
really
that's
crazy.
awesome. That's such a
It
rare
sounds insane.
occurrence too. I
Yeah,
think that's
It's
the
like,
ideal
no,
situation.
it sounds insane though, because I'm like, oh my God,
Hmm.
if my son got a girlfriend at 13 and wanted to
Hmm.
stay with her for the rest of his life, I'd be like, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
yeah.
But it
We
paid
weren't,
off,
yeah.
and I'm so, yeah,
It
we're so
wasn't
Hmm.
glad.
even like the time flew by kind of thing. Like we were telling people in eighth grade, like we're gonna get married. we're gonna get married. We're
Yes.
gonna have a house on the hill. We're gonna have a bunch of kids. And everybody thought we were crazy, until
Mhm.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy
Interesting.
though. But hearing it back, I'm like, it
yeah,
does sound insane.
we were very scared.
Yeah. Man, that's
You guys,
awesome.
you guys are such a unique story, and we're so
Yeah.
happy that in turn, you're part of our story as well. Like working
Yeah.
with such a unique young couple, and I
Yeah.
think about it. You guys are going to be in your 80s, and you're
Mhm.
have been together forever since you were
Yeah,
Yeah.
kids.
forever. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just mind blowing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. That's the reaction we tend to get.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
it's a supportive mind blowing from us,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
mhm,
No, thank you. I definitely
definitely.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, bleeding off of that, what would you say is one of the most powerful things about building a future together, despite any differences in your backgrounds?
I would say just well, our core values align a lot. Like
Hmm.
we agree on
Most.
most things. And the
Hmm.
little like I don't know, I just feel like we're two peas in a
Yeah,
pod.
it's kind
I
of
don't know
hard.
how to describe it. Like we just go
Yeah.
together good.
Um, it's really even kind of hard to think of the differences in our backgrounds. Obviously, she's Hispanic. I'm
Mhm.
Hmm.
Haitian.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'm a third Dominican.
Hmm.
I love yellow rice.
Yeah.
She loves Jones. We get
Hmm.
along.
Yeah.
Um, I,
And even besides that, I feel like the core of moving our relationship and building a future together is just the fact that we both have a drive. Like we know what we want.
Hmm.
Like we want to provide the best life for our kids. We want to keep growing and growing throughout
Hmm.
our whole life. And both of us are very driven, very determined to get there. And it's paying off so far.
yeah.
So,
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would say that's really
Actually,
cool.
that's the core. We both
Yeah.
want something out of life.
Yeah.
If
Hmm.
either of us weren't ambitious enough to fight for what we want or take the
Mhm.
kind of risks that we take, because honestly, yeah, there is a lot of back and forth when it comes to making those big decisions, those leaps.
Hmm.
We've made quite a few, risky decisions, some leaps. But if either one of us wasn't ambitious enough to take those leaps with the other, I don't think we would have worked out.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that we
Hmm.
both know we want something out of life. I know
Mhm.
Janine wants to give our kids the best life possible. I want to leave Avengers Tower behind. I want to leave my
Hmm.
youth to my success when I die. Not just something for my kids.
Hmm.
And that's really what keeps us. I don't want to say keeps us together. Our love for each other keeps us together, but
Hmm.
It keeps us going.
it keeps us in understanding that there's nobody else for us out there. The fact
Hmm.
that Janine can say, "Hey, I want to make all my money off of social media. I don't want to work a traditional job. Can you provide for us until I can get this up and running?" And I say, "Of course, I got you. Go ahead." And
Hmm.
I know we said 2,000 during the time, but
Uh,
pretty much she's making more than I am at this point. So yeah, she's making a
hey,
lot
that's
more.
teamwork. That's teamwork right there. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really just believing in each other. I think that's the biggest thing. Like she believes in
Yeah.
me. She lets me take like even for the dish job, I had to go to Alabama for 2 weeks for training.
Hmm.
Um,
Hold on. I think I hear myself.
yeah, even sitting on a box, I could have. I'm sorry. Yeah,
We're
but
not
even
even
with my dish
unpacked
job,
yet. We're not
yeah,
even unpacked yet.
no, we are not. even with my disc job, I had to go to Alabama for 2 weeks and leave Janine alone with the kids. It was a huge risk. It was
Mm-hmm.
very different, unlike anything I've ever done. And she was like, "Go for it," you know. And that kind of trust that we have, and we're also very communicative. I don't know. We
Yeah,
communicate very
communicative.
well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the one thing that separates us from other couples our age.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of time, I think, I don't know. We were both a little more, but emotionally mature than
Mm-hmm.
the average person our age, all the way from 13 to
Definitely.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it enabled us to communicate in ways that people our age just can't. When
Mm-hmm.
something hurts you or something makes you feel a certain kind of way, we're able to just communicate it, get past it, and even if something needs to be done, we're able to work on ourselves. Like, we genuinely have worked on our relationship skills, our communication, our trust, our endearment, just pretty much every part. If there's something that's lacking, we're able to communicate it and fix it. And
Yes, we get to
I
see your
think it's
beautiful
something
baby.
that
Thank you.
Yeah,
and oh,
You look at that.
it's so cool.
he's so bad. I'm sorry.
You're good. So, what are your plans now that you are on the path to home ownership while living in a brand new home?
So first things first, we want to get our credit scores as high as possible, as fast as
Mm-hmm.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really just.
Yep. We already know that as far as cash flow, we can afford,
Mm-hmm.
to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just getting a bank to approve our loan. So once we
Mm-hmm.
get our credit scores high enough, and I think that at most will take about a year, we
Mm-hmm.
already pretty much will have the money to go
Yeah.
through with the process.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, once I got my own mortgage, I'm pretty much looking to do the exact same thing again. Um, but
Within a
obviously,
few
yeah,
years.
obviously debt to income is a factor.
Mm-hmm.
But after we get the mortgage for this property, I think the next step
Mm-hmm.
after that will be getting a mortgage for another property. Not that we'll be
Mm-hmm.
moving, but
Yeah.
I plan
The
on
income, the
renting it or
income
something.
property.
Yeah.
Yep. Passive income.
Yes.
Um, do you mind if I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Sure.
This is something this is kind of like info you can really only get from asking somebody who's done it. But
Uh-huh.
a lot of my research indicates that one of the hardest parts, or I mean, pretty much obviously the hardest part about owning a rental property or owning a property that someone else is living in, is the upkeep, the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really like, and that's why I say I love your guys' business model, because it's one of the things that's been concerning me, like having the capital in case your tenant's AC goes out, or
Mm-hmm.
having the capital in case your tenant's roof needs to be replaced. And I think I just answered my own question. With your
Mm-hmm.
business model, you don't have to worry about repairs. So I think,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm honestly, I'm not as gracious as you guys. You guys are like two angels. If I rent a property out, it's for rent. You have no option to buy that property. So
But also, you guys are like an inspiration because it's like you can work with people. Like you
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
can't like working with you guys is like it made me want to work with people more. Like when we do rent out a home or when we do whatever we are gonna do with it,
Give somebody
it's
this.
like give somebody a chance. Like you guys are really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. But my question was, how much
Mm-hmm.
capital do you think I should have set aside for, let's say, a year or two's worth of maintenance for a house? Like, not that everything's gonna break after I buy it, but how much do
Mm-hmm.
you think I should put to the side, to just in case something happens with my tenant, I can be there for them.
2 or 3 months worth of rent.
2 or 3 months worth of rent. Okay,
It,
cool.
it's it's just a solid little safety net. Yeah, of
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
course. And for the record here,
Mm-hmm.
we're more than happy to chat with you and talk and
Oh,
brainstorm.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
that's good to
course. Yeah.
hear.
we're,
That's good to hear.
no, we didn't know some of this
Uh-huh.
about
Mhm.
your like what some of your goals and aspirations are for the future. So the fact
Mm-hmm.
like you want to do similar things with real estate and acquiring properties and all that, like
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Eric and I love spreading the word and
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's
Well,
nothing.
my goal is just to generate enough passive income to take care of everybody. But real estate is obviously the best way to do that. 18, I bought a couple vending machines and put them out. I was generating passive income, but the day-to-day upkeep was just very harsh, and it didn't allow me the freedom I thought I was going to have. I thought about laundromats. I thought about like entertainment centers, different attractions, things like that. But real estate, every millionaire on the planet has a real estate portfolio. So there's really no way to get from that. So that's the method I'm pursuing.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Our next question is, what is your favorite part of the rent to own program, and what are you most excited about?
Owning the home.
Yeah. That the most exciting part is that there's no clock. We have 3 years, which is it
Very gracious.
crazy amount of time. Like we could just waste the whole first year, not waste, but like we could just pay the bills the whole first
Yeah.
year, the whole second year, and then that last third year we chose like, hey, all right, let's lock in by the house, or we can build our credit as fast as we can, build up a little safety net, some capital as fast as we can, and buy the house. Like it's really up to us.
Yeah.
And that is the greatest part. And wow, before we're even to the point where we're ready to buy the house, the fact that we know we're going to buy the house makes us comfortable with adding additions to the home, or maybe fixing something or changing something that we want to be more for us, like for example the fence. If this was a regular rental agreement, or even a regular rent to own, the ones that I've been finding, I would never in a million years think about putting up a fence, because I seriously doubt that I'll be the one who will be able to purchase the home. But knowing that we can do it whenever gives me the confidence to make additions and change some things with the house.
Yeah, and that's another thing I forgot to mention earlier too. Like y'all's contract is different because it's 3 years, and a lot of people's it's just 1 year. Like in 1 year, when your lease is up, then you have the option to buy the home in a year. But the 3 year lease is very.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Do your thing.
Yeah, the 3 year lease is very good and very different from any of the other options I've been having.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, we just don't believe in like rushing people and having people like put under the gun, like you got 1 year or you lost everything kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Definitely. And what would you no longer have to deal with, or what are you no longer going to have to deal with as a result of participating in the rent to own opportunity and not being traditional renters anymore?
I would say we don't have to deal with a landlord as much. Like we have you guys, but you guys aren't very, like we came from an apartment before and they were so strict. Like I don't know why they were so strict, honestly, but it was a very strict apartment. So I'm just glad we don't have anybody in our ear like telling us, oh, don't back your car in, or you're gonna get towed, or tell your kids to stop stomping and stuff like that. It's like
it was
it really feels like our house.
I mean, I have a company truck. With my job at our apartment, I was not allowed to park it on the property. I had to park it across the street from the entire complex. And that just made work. It made getting up for work very hard.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not only that, like Janine said, we weren't allowed to back in our car. And that apartment complex had the craziest tow guy. If your license, if your tag expired 24 hours, he's taking it. If you have friends over while he's making his rounds and they don't have their guest pass, he's taking it.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like we came from a crazy experience. We got, like he was saying, like our car, because it expires after your birthday, but I think we were like 19. Like this was like last year, and we didn't know a lot about that, so we didn't know we had to get it like before his birthday, ASAP. But they towed our car, and it was like
It was
$850 to get it back.
It was $950.
Like it was
What?
so much. Like he charges the tow guy they have. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my
He
brother.
charges off the wall price.
Yeah, my brother was down on his luck and he stayed with us for a couple months. And during that time, he got his car towed. Cost him $1,000 to get him back.
Yeah.
Get it back, and that really set him back.
Mhm.
It's just, I mean, and even with other apartment complexes, that's something you shouldn't even have to deal with. But just getting
Yeah.
out of that situation, you know, not I'm fighting over parking spots with people who don't speak English. It was just, you guys, you just pretty much transformed our whole world. Like my kids now can go play in the backyard. My son loves water. Now that we have a hose, Dad, can I go outside and play with the hose? Yeah, I'll go turn it on.
Yeah.
He
That's
doesn't
awesome.
he doesn't have to wait for the slide, for other kids. It's just it's completely transformed our lives. Like our kids are so much more happy. And there's just so much more space to do it, and it feels like our space.
That's my
Yeah.
base.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the greatest feeling of my son unprompted saying, I love our new house. Daddy, I love our new house. I love our backyard.
Yes.
Like my 3-year-old is saying, I love my new playroom. Like he has a room for his toys and a room to sleep in. I love my new kitchen, Daddy. All that, like being able to give him a childhood. Like, oh my God, if I grew up in a house like this with, I think it was 7 kids and 1 mother, no father. So, and we grew up in 3-bedroom houses. And that was my mom having a pretty good job doing her best to provide. I'm able to give my son a better childhood than I had, and he's not even 5 years old yet. And that just breaks my heart.
Mhm.
Man,
Man, that's
yeah,
huge.
so happy to
That's
hear that.
huge.
Yeah,
That's so exciting.
he really loves it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we have a
Eric, do you
bonus question here. Yes, of course. So this is like a bonus question. So what would you say is one of the best parts about being in an interracial relationship and building something meaningful together? Like the best part. What's the best part about it?
I
One
know
of the
what your
best
answer
parts.
is going to be.
What?
Food.
Yeah, I love the food.
She
Uh-huh.
loves
I love the different cultures of food, but no, I think it's just like one step of like bridging the world, especially like in
Yes.
today's world. Like I feel like the world is becoming more separated.
Everybody's
low-key.
finding a reason.
Like, yes, everybody's,
Mhm.
and it's just like we're just people. Like when I
Yeah.
met him, I wasn't like, oh, let me get into this interracial. Like it was just like we're just 2 people that love each other, and I think that's
Yeah.
like what the world needs to see more of. Like
Yes.
they need to look past all these different things and
All these titles, all these names that we give each other.
Exactly.
Black, white, Hispanic, gay, straight, lesbian. It's just,
yeah,
we're all people at the end of the
it's
day.
like we deal with our struggles, but it's so worth it at the end of the day. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite part of being in an interracial relationship is really just the perspective that it gives me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm an immigrant. I'm trying not to keep mentioning that. But my family, like we didn't really have community. Like there was never a point where we were going over to the neighbor's house to borrow a cup of sugar or something like that. And my mom being an immigrant, she never really made American friends. It was always we could find the Haitian family at church, and that's who we would be friends with. She'd go find the Haitian family at her job, that's who we would be friends with. And interacting with Janine's family, it really just allowed me to understand a lot of the stereotypes with my people and with her people, and I'd say the biggest thing that I learned watching Janine's family and experiencing her culture was the community. Like Janine's family, if one person has an issue, they all have a group chat where they will text and talk about that issue. Or maybe her aunt who's just a little bit older than her has a problem that she needs help with. her grandmother is right there. Hey, I went through that when I was your age. This is what I
Mhm.
did. This is what I do. And it's not as, and it's a judgment free zone. Seeing that I actually created a group chat with my entire family. Now we all help each
Mhm.
other. The real estate sign that was left in the garage is the picture of our
Mhm.
group chat currently. Um,
Mhm.
it showed me that you're only alone if you make yourself alone. Like Janine's
Mhm.
mom, she has her favorite car guy that she goes to. She has her friend who's a server at her favorite restaurant. She has a friend who is one of the head agents at her insurance firm. Like they build a community. She built a team, a village of people who make sure that her life goes the way she wants it. And that's just something
Mhm.
I never experienced growing up. We kind of adopted this mindset that when things go bad, you just do your best to endure it. But
Mhm.
experiencing Janine's family's culture has taught me that you don't have to accept what the hand that life gives you, and you
Mhm.
can fight back and try to change your situation. That was
Mhm.
a notion I just did not have growing up with my family.
Yeah, like I think it just gives you more understanding, gives you more
Perspective.
perspective, like understanding. You understand different
Yeah.
cultures,
Like
different. Yeah.
my and this is something I've even observed within myself. Like my family, we have self-destructive tendencies, and this is something Janine has
Mhm.
been helping me work through
Mhm.
throughout our relationship. Because, like I said, none of us has ever owned a house. So when it
Mhm.
came, when you're in this conversation, like, hey, it's time to get a new place.
Mhm.
Homeownership doesn't even come into my head.
Mhm.
Financial stability doesn't even come into my head. I didn't know what that looked like
Mhm.
before, seeing Janine's family, seeing her culture. Financial freedom, I didn't know what that looked like.
Mhm.
Home structure, I didn't know what that looked like growing up a single mother, 7 kids. She's working 2, 3 jobs. I would see my mom maybe once every 3 days. So when it comes to building things like sleep schedules or meal
Mhm.
routines, that was foreign waters for me. But
Okay.
Janine grew up with the structure, and then she came to the relationship with the insight to allow
Mhm.
us to give our kids structure that I didn't have. And that's one of the
Mhm.
most important parts for me, the perspective that I've been able to gain by, watching her family.
Yeah.
Clap, clap, clap. But yeah,
That is
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You guys are super inspiring. Like we said at the
Yeah.
beginning,
Extremely.
a lot of people are going to
Extremely.
be inspired here. Y'all are a power couple.
Yep.
No way. No way. We were actually talking. You think so? You really think so?
We
I
know
don't, I
so.
don't know.
We don't
Are you
think
really?
so. We know
Are you
so.
really pushing that? Are
Oh
you really
man, when I
pushing?
think
We know so.
I was servicing this this couple the other day, and one of them was like a cable person, the other one was like a banker, and they were just like, oh my god, Israel. Um, they were a power couple. I was like, wow, you guys, like, if one person didn't know the answer, the other one did. If one person
Mhm.
couldn't do it, the other one could. Like they matched each other like yin and yang. And I was like, we gotta get there. But hearing that from you guys, man, that means a lot, truly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
You
talk
guys
to
are
a lot of
there.
people. Yeah, we talk to a lot of people. It doesn't take long to see it and feel it.
Yeah.
I
So
Yeah.
appreciate that.
100%.
I really do.
yeah. And our,
Yep.
our our last question here. Thank you so much for spending some time with us and hanging out. Our last question is:
Mhm.
are there any final words that you'd want to share with anybody considering the rent to own path and working with
Oh my
Eric
god.
with Estate Match?
Okay. Here's what I'll say. I'm talking to you directly. You watching this video. Don't pause. Don't skip. Listen. Listen. You're researching finding a home. I know it seems impossible. I know it seems like nobody has your back. I know it seems like it's you versus all these companies, but I guarantee you there are still a few genuine human beings left on this planet. Even if it's something you've never done before, something you've never thought about before, it is possible for you, not just me and her, but for you as well. Don't give up. Don't when you submit that 10th application and they don't respond or they hit you with a denial, submit that 11th application. Keep looking for that deal. You can get what you want, I promise. You just have to fight hard enough for it. And you have to believe that you can do it. That's the Biggest thing. If you don't believe you can do it, you will not accomplish it. I promise you, something like this will not fall into your lap. We signed, we gave our money out over and over and over until we were able to find this opportunity. And if after we had submitted our 50th or 51st application, we said, you know what? Forget it. Let's just rent something. We'll figure this out in a year. We would not be where we are right now. I'm telling you, I know all the celebrities, they tell you stay down. Consistency is key. But you really just have to believe in yourself, man. You have to believe that you can get what you feel you deserve out of this life. That is how you get what you want. I promise you. You have to believe it and work like you deserve it.
And
Don't
we 100% recommend y'all to.
Estate Match USA.
Yes.
They're gonna help you achieve your dreams.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be the one thing I have to say. Just believe that you can do it. Believe that you deserve it. Even if it's something you've never had, your parents have never had, your friends have never had, you have to be the one to believe that you deserve it, because nobody else believes you deserve it if you don't.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your soon-to-be house, and thanks for hopping on this quick call with us. It was great meeting you and serving
Thank you
you.
guys.
Thank you guys for
And
everything.
if you guys need anything, let us know.
We would
Thank
definitely
you
be in
guys so
contact
much.
for sure.
Mm.
All right.
Of course.
Have a good one, guys.
Yes.
Take care.
Yes,
Good
you too
morning.
as well.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.
Wow.
Boxes on the floor, names on the mailbox crooked, key on a ring, feels like a diamond took it. Oh God.